That was a pretty intense series despite the score. Can you walk us through the game on Overpass when it looked like you nearly mounted a big comeback?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty simple. We completely screwed up our T side, especially starting in the pistol round where we're 3-on-1 and we just lose it. If we would have started with this victory, we would have had a very good economy and then most likely a much better side. But yeah, we couldn't get anything going, both mentality and frag-wise. So the city side, we just stopped caring and we just tried to play extremely relaxed and just being as annoying as possible against them, just so they don't have the 100% energy coming from that map to the other one. And yeah, that's pretty much that was our objective.
Moving on to the game on Inferno, you quickly made your way to a big advantage. At what point did you feel like you had the serious one?
There were two one-on-ones that were extremely crucial on our city side. And after the second one, I think it was at 7-2. There was a one-on-one between Body and MSL. And after we won that one, we knew that they were broken economy-wise again. And that's where we knew that if we didn't screw up, we would get away with the victory. And yeah, on the T side, it was just losing the pistol round, all right, and then we win the force right behind it. So the game on Inferno was very, very smooth.
So I know this is a big victory, big milestone for you guys. Yeah. But that being said, Astralis and FaZe were not here this weekend, and they're still technically the best teams in the world right now, despite their absence. So, you know, how do you see yourself going for their spots and going for their level?
Yeah, I think ESL Proleague is a good way to prove that you're a great team both online and offline and on the long run, because the season takes a month to finish. So yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a shame that they're not here, but they didn't deserve their qualification because most of them lost against teams they shouldn't have lost in the first place. Whether it is online or not, doesn't really matter. You have to win games now in that state of Counter-Strike. But aside from that, I mean, I think that we are pretty confident going into the future, going into the next big events that are going to come up, major qualifier, ECS if we qualify, ES1 Cologne, and the major right behind it. So that's a lot of events. And what I like about the team right now is that we are able to play against any team. We still struggle a little bit against Americans, but aside from that, we're pretty confident against any European team. We're just fitting great as a team that we can just adapt to anything that is happening, and yeah, we're ready to take on anyone.
You guys struggled quite a bit in the online portion of this league,
yeah,
and had a really tough month leading up to the offline finals. So I just wanted to get a sense of what you guys changed and did differently to ultimately, you know, lead you guys back all the way to the top.
Yeah, it was mainly at the very beginning of the season online where we were down 1-8 in the league, we're dead last, and then we managed a comeback going 14-2 for the rest of the games. And to be fair, there were some key parts in the first one to start winning online was just to care a little bit less, in the sense that we were trying to be way too serious and play too perfectly. In Counter-Strike, you have individualities are a very big part of just winning games, and we're not really caring about that. We're just wanting to be perfect as a team, and now we are finding the right balance between all those points. And yeah, we just had a rough line at Austin where we were supposed to, means nothing, but we had a game in hand going against Gambit and lost it, and then we had a very good victory in Tor, and from there, yeah, we just swapped positions, adapted some stuff, removed or added a few little tactics, and that's pretty much it. There's no secret. We have a good basis, and we're trying to work off of that mainly.
So was it mainly like a mentality change or like tactical change?
Yeah, the biggest point of our team right now is to be in the right mentality all the time, to be in the right mood, and every player giving what they have to give. For instance, on Overpass T side, it was the main thing that was lacking. We're not playing together. We're not packed. We're not revenging each other, yeah, and all the crossfires, etc. So the team play was a bit lacking, and it's not a pure CS fact. It's just playing together, communicating better, and not raging when you die, and that kind of stuff. And so that's the main thing we're working on. And if we can get it right more and more often, we're going to be able to show our true face, like we did against SK, for instance, in the 2-0 when we play absolutely perfect CS.
So I know there was a little bit of trash talk going on between you guys and North leading up to the grand finals. So how much did it mean to take this title away from them?
Yeah, especially away from them. They're a team, I think, that is a bit different from the others. They have players like Config, Magis that are a bit younger and they're not on the scene for such a long time. And it's good to be confident and to believe that you're going to be the best and do whatever you want and destroy everyone, but it is pretty bad to go too far with it. And whether it is during LAN finals, during LAN tournaments, whether it is online, practice, etc., they have a mentality that most of the players don't really like. They lack of respect towards other teams. After they won their Epicenter tournament, that was back in the days, they acted like they were the best team in the world, that nobody is going to even touch them anymore and that they're not going to drop a single map, and then they crash and lose against Chiefs or teams like that. And so they're a solid team, they're a decent team, but if you want to keep on winning, you have to be humble and not go all out and act like you're the best one, because that's when you're going to be taken down. Because first of all, people are going to have anger towards you, and so they're going to study you more and they're going to be willing to really beat you. And on the other hand, you need to work constantly, and to work you need to think in a way that you are not the best and that you need to keep on beating the other teams around you. So yeah, there was trash talk. That's the first time with our team and our players that we do that towards a certain team, because there is, again, that real rivalry and that real thing that we don't like them as a team, except a few players from the roster. And yeah, especially taking the win away from them is better than even just winning the tournament. It's just being able to forbid them to get another trophy.
I don't know if you noticed during the game, but the crowd was overwhelmingly on your side.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely saw it.
Did that surprise you at all? And how did it feel to have the American crowd behind you?
First of all, I think the American crowd is great for the show. I mean, there's a whole culture, obviously, where it is normal to be like this as an American, from my point of view, for like all the NBA, NFL, NHL, whatever game it is. And we were half surprised because we knew that we were going to have the public on our side because of playing against North. That is a team that is not really liked and pretty young, and they're not developing their fan base as much as players like Kenny S or Sharks that are just like here for years and years and have a crazy fan base right now. Yeah. But yeah, it was 100% against 0%, so that was the surprising part. But it was good on one side, but I kind of disliked the fact that they were booing them constantly, whether they were entering the stage or winning maps, etc. I think there should be still some kind of respect and respecting the effort of teams. So of course it's great to be supported, to not have to give that energy that the public is giving you. It's something that is kind of almost irrational, that the energy transmitted from the crowd to the players, but it kind of is that way. And yeah, it's always a huge advantage, and we absolutely loved playing here. It felt like playing in France almost, so it's just great.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you for the interview.